I don't know about a jaw-dropping twist, more like a punch in the face twist. God, I'm still reeling after watching this movie. What a twist. Hi guys, welcome to another video. Hope you're all keeping well and that you're all had a nice weekend. Now for this video I'm going to review a Blu-ray that I watched just last night actually. It's a kind of a psychological thriller, part dark comedy, and it's a Sky original movie, and that movie is called Promising Young Woman. I'll just read you the blurb at the back, just in case you're not familiar with it, and I'll talk a little bit more about it. Yeah. Okay, so this has been described as a masterly tale of vengeance, incendiary and unforgettable. From groundbreaking Academy Award winner, writer, director, producer Emerald Fennell, Promising Young Woman is a bold new vision that has ignited a debate, starring Academy Award nominee Carey Mulligan as Cassie, a wickedly smart, singularly focused woman. In order to overcome events from her past, lives a double life by night. Following an unexpected encounter, Cassie is given the chance to right the wrongs of the past. Yeah, it's just got one or two bonus features there, guys, if you just want to freeze your cameras and take those in. Yeah, so as I say, I watched this movie last night, and yeah, it was a little bit of a slow burner. It was a kind of movie that nothing really much happened in it, and it gradually built up to like a climax. But the ending, as I hinted in the intro, the ending absolutely just I don't know about jaw-dropping ending. I say more like a bloody punch in the face ending, because I didn't see the ending coming at all, guys, I tell you. And it completely, I won't go on too much about it, just in case you haven't seen this movie and you want to see, you want to rent it or buy it, like, and have a look at it for yourself. But I won't divulge anymore. But suffice to say, the ending was one of the most, as I say, in-your-face endings I've ever seen in a modern movie. Yeah. Now, just expand a little bit more on the story. Yeah. So it's about this. She's the main protagonist, Cassie, and it's basically, she leads this kind of double life. She's working in this cafe bar, and she's living with her parents, and she seems to be holding this like dark and tragic secret from her past that happened like when she was in sort of like in college, and she sort of like got this a lot of emotional baggage, and it's overlapped into her everyday life basically. So what she's doing of a night, she's frequenting these nightclubs, and she's picking men up. And what she's doing, she's feigning drunkenness, she's pretending she's drunk just to get that attention, and taking it over like for a bit of a how's your father, as it were. And just as they're going to sort of like get down to business, be a little bit euphemistic here, just as they're about to take everything off and get down to business, she's lying on the bed. She suddenly gets up and says, what, like something along the lines of, "What do you think you're doing?" And the fellas look at her gobsmacked, and they sort of like say, they assumed you were drunk. "I am not drunk, I am very much sober." So that's a sort of like message she's putting across. She's luring these men in the nightclubs, pretending she's drunk, and she does a good job of it as well, because you'd really think she was drunk. Yeah, and she said it's like a pretext really to sort of like, she's basically got this sort of like grudge against, these predatory men who sort of like inhabit these nightclubs and that. She seems to be sort of like, she's got this sort of like little private vendetta against them, appertaining to something what happened in her past and that, when she's sort of like at college and that. And she meets this guy and that, and she's sort of like a little bit on and off with him and that. She arranges to meet him, and then she doesn't turn up, and then she sort of like, she goes to all these characters like they've got some sort of link with what happened in her college days. For instance, she goes to the principal of the college where she was studying as students, and she sort of like kind of, I don't want to give away too much of the story, but she kind of blackmails her, basically saying like, "Well, you did not," if she questions like when the incidents happened that sort of like upsets her, Cassie. She says to the principal, "Well, did you?" She doesn't believe that she looked into it. The principal didn't launch an investigation into this incident, this very bad incident, what happened concerning Cassie's college mate, you know. So Cassie knows that the principal, she didn't really look into it, she's only lying, so she blackmails into saying like, well, I've got your daughter, and she's in a room with so many men and that, you know, and, you know, if you don't sort of like be truthful with me. So then the principal says, well, you know, you're right, I didn't take it seriously, yeah, but I don't want to go on too much about it, you know, because it's the kind of story what, you know, you've got to really sit down and watch, because it's a kind of a psychological thriller, part black comedy, if you will. And this girl played the part of you know, Cassie. She received 4 Oscar nominations, yeah. Very good actress, yeah, she really is, yeah. Really plays the part well, you know. Carey Mulligan, the girl's name is, and she really, you know, you really believe, you know, you really think she's drunk when she's in these bars and nightclubs and that, and she's sort of like, you know, projecting an image of false inebriation, if you will, just to sort of like capture the men's fancy. And then of course when they take her back to their flat or whatever and that, she sort of like shocks them by saying, well, you know, I wasn't drunk, I'm sober after all. And she's kind of messing with them really, because she seems to have this vendetta against men for some reason, concerned with what happened back in her college days, you know, when she was she was a student and that, you know, studying to be a doctor, you know, medical school, yeah. But yeah, it's a very, very slow burning movie, guys. I mean, at one point I did get a little bit, I got that little bit bored. I was going to switch it off, but the story gradually unfolded and it got darker and darker and very, very dark, guys, towards the last half hour or so. Oh yeah, what an ending. I did not see the ending coming at all in this movie, I tell you. It completely turned the story on its head. You know, you think you're sort of like going down one avenue, and all of a sudden it flips over and it's sort of like it pulls the rug from under your feet. This could well rank in any more videos I do about twists, you know, twists in movies. This could be one there, guys. I could include, yeah, Promising Young Woman. But yeah, if you like the kind of slow burning movies, you know, where nothing much really happens, I don't expect that. Don't think like this is going to be a kind of a revenge flick along the lines of I Spit on Your Grave. Don't go into it with sort of like this preconceived idea that you're going to get a lot of blood and gore and this girl hacking men to pieces. You're not going to get that. What she does, she messes with the heads. She's got this sort of like grudge against these men, these predatory men. And she doesn't sort of like go in with all guns blazing like the girl did in I Spit on Your Grave or similar films of that ilk. No, she does it all psychological. She messes with the heads, and you know, she's very, very, very dark personality in that. You know, she's very serious. She's very cool, calm and collected, but she's got this vicious streak, guys, you know, underneath and that, you know. And when it comes to the fore, guys, it comes to the fore, especially near the end, yeah. But I'll leave it there for now. Okay, so I'm gonna go to a rating now for A Promising Young Woman. Yeah, I mean, it wasn't really a bad movie, but on the other hand, it wasn't a great movie. So I think I'll give it 6 out of 10. Yeah. As I say, you know, you might, if you like the kind of slow burn and psychological thrillers that messes with your head a little bit, and you don't really know what's going on here, you might like it. Yeah, it was okay. Yeah, but I don't think I could watch it again. You know, this is just a one-time watch for me. This guy's Promising Young Woman, but I've got to give credit to this actress and that she did deserve. She did deserve the Oscar nominations and that, because she put on a great performance, you know, as this girl that's carrying a lot of emotional baggage, dating back to her days in medical school. Something really bad happened and that, but I don't want to go on any more about that. I'll let you see the movie yourself. And what happened, that horrible incident, what happened in her past, sort of like acted as a catalyst and made her what she is in this movie. Yeah, very, very, very sort of like I said, very dark character, you know, and then, as I say, she's working in this coffee bar and that, and she's sort of like leading an pretty average day-to-day life, really. And then once the night comes, she's got this sort of like double life in terms of going to these clubs and luring men, and then sort of like surprising them by saying, "Oh no, I'm sober. You know, what do you think you're doing?" and that. Yeah, so yeah, they're absolutely gobsmacked. Like, you know, they think they're onto a good thing and that. They got this drunken girl. They take her back to the bachelor pad, and they get the shock of their lives when she sort of like she gets up off the bed and says like, you know, what do you think you're doing? And yeah, as I say, yeah, but yeah, as I say, it's not really a horror movie, but the ending, I must say, guys, the ending does border on the horrific. Yeah, and it's quite heart-wrenching. But I'll leave it there. I don't want to divulge anymore. As I say, it's a punch in the face twist, what I certainly didn't see coming. So that, for me, that was the payoff of the movie. You know, as I say, if you like slow burning movies and that, I think you will enjoy Promising Young Woman. Yeah, I'll just read you a couple more details before I close this video. Yeah, it's a film by Emerald Fennell, and stars Carey Mulligan, as I say, the main female protagonist. Bo Burnham, Alison Bry, Clancy Brown, and Jennifer Coolidge. Yeah, so it was released in 2021, and as you can see there, it's a Sky original. Yeah, okay guys, well that concludes my review of Promising Young Woman. As I say, yeah, it's a pretty average kind of you know, psychological thriller, part black comedy, and you know, this, as I say, this girl, like, she really does put on a really good performance as this character that's carrying a lot of emotional baggage that does erupt into something very, very dark as the movie goes on. Yeah, okay. Have you seen Promising Young Woman? Let me know what you thought of it. I'd be very interested to hear what you thought of it. You know, did you like it? Did you hate it? Yeah, leave your comments down below. Yeah, but I got this for a song actually in Liverpool on Saturday. In HMV, it was reduced from $14.99 to $9.99, so I got a real bargain in that. Yeah. But as I say, if you like a good slow burn, and if you like your psychological thrillers slow burn and gradually escalating to a climax, and I'll tell you guys, you know, you will be blown away by the twist in this movie. I think you will enjoy Promising Young Woman. Yeah, okay, that's it then. If you like the video, the usual, please feel free to share, subscribe, comment, and all going well, I shall talk to you all again soon. Thanks for watching.